Hey, it's your girl Melissa, your single mom in the faith. Happy Saturday, y'all. So we're here, we're picking up a zip car at a lot nearby. And then I'm gonna pick up my mom, my stepdad, and my stepbrother. And we're gonna head to the Boogie Down Bronx. Why are you always bringing stuff and then expecting me to hold it? Whose child does that? They're like, oh, I wanna bring this, and that. And then when you leave the house, can you hold this, please? Can you hold this? That's what my kids do to me. But yeah, guys, we're here at the zip car. This is the car that we are renting.
Yeah, this is super car.
So I'll be back. I have to get set up in the car. All right, we're all set. We're in the car. What happened? Are you guys okay back there?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're in the car, guys. I'm gonna go get my mom and my stepdad. They hate waiting, so I'm gonna go get them now. And my stepbrother. We're here to pick up the family. All right, let me get out the car so I can put this in the trunk. Sorry it's low. I tried to get a higher car for us, but there was nothing available. This was what was available.
This is perfect.
Say hi, Malachi.
Hi.
Guys, I have to stop and make sure that I turned off the iron because I don't remember.
All right. Hi.
My beautiful stepdad. All right, guys, we're gonna head to my uncle's 50th birthday celebration, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Straight out of 1975. That's so cute. This is the birthday boy right here, my uncle. Happy birthday! Say hi, family. Say hi. Say hi, Rob.
Hi.
Di hola. Di hola. My step-grandfather. Di hola, mama. My grandma. Say hi. My uncle. Say hi, Tia. My aunt. My uncle, my aunt's husband. Di hola. Valerie. Mario, happy birthday to you. So guys, it's the next morning. We got home late. So we got home like literally a few minutes just before 1 o'clock in the morning. And so yeah, so I'm coming on here now. It's the next day. I didn't even get to make it to church because we need our sleep. So luckily our church, they also stream the services online. So I was able to watch it remotely online. And it was about blessed are the pure in spirit. And so I'll talk about that, but I'll talk about that in the next video. But yeah, I had a wonderful time with family, and it's always a good time when we get together. And, you know, and I share, you know, these parts of my life to show that even though we're single parents, even though some of us are single parents, we're never really alone. You know, we're never really alone, especially if we have children, especially if we have family in our life, people that we love, that we care about, and that love and care about us. we're never really alone. And, we could get caught up. We could get caught up on, I know for me, I'm not going to speak about anybody else. I know for me, when I see, other families where there's a mom, where there's a dad, and they're raising their kids together. Like, I love to see it. Like, sometimes I do wish that I had that. But, what I've come to realize, what I've come to understand is that just because I don't have that, that doesn't mean that I'm missing out. Just because my children don't have that, that doesn't mean that they're missing out. Like, yes, it's beautiful to see. Yes, that is what God intended. Yes, that is God's design. But God knew that me and my children were going to be in this predicament. He knew, that we would find ourselves here. But what I'm trying to say is he has us right where he needs us at this point in time. If he wanted that for us, we would be in that situation. But for whatever reason, he has us right where he needs us. This is where we're at. And although, some of us end up here because of our own doing, or we could have even did things the right way and still find ourselves in this situation, God knew, and he allowed it to happen for his own specific reasons, for his own specific purposes. But because we know that God is good, because we know that his ways are higher than ours, we don't necessarily need to understand why he allows certain things. All we have to do is trust that because he's so good, because he's so merciful, we can trust that he allowed us to be in this position for whatever reason, in this situation for whatever reason, ultimately for our own good. We know because that's what his word says. We know because we know God's character and we know that he is good. So whatever he allows and whatever he doesn't allow, he has a perfectly good reason for it. And he's using it. He's always working. And whatever he allows and doesn't allow in our lives is ultimately for our good and for his purposes. We don't always have to understand God's ways and his purposes. All we need to know is that he's good. And whatever he allows us to go through, he has a perfectly good reason for it. And ultimately, it is for our own good. I was speaking to one of my uncles yesterday. He's divorced. Really amazing guy. So loving, so selfless. A hard worker. He get, not to say too much, but, he gave his all to this woman who never valued him, never appreciated him. She took him for granted. She did things that to other people would be unforgivable. And he forgave her and he tried to stick things out with her. But she never changed. She never gave him the love and respect that he deserved. And so now he's single. He does have 2 sons. They both have children. They both have their own families. And so I was having a conversation with him. He was asking me how I was doing and where I'm at with work and school and stuff. And I asked him how he's doing. And I'm like, have you found love again? And he was like, no. He was like, I may be single, but I'm not alone. And, that really stood out. I'm like, you're right. You're not alone. He lives with one of his sons and his grandson and the family. Like, he has love in his life. And just because he doesn't have a romantic partner, that doesn't mean that he's alone. And so, I could relate to that. Just because I don't have a romantic partner, I'm not married, that doesn't mean I'm alone. I have my children. I have people in my life. As you can see, I have a beautiful, loving, and supportive family, a fun family. There's always something going on. Me and my children are not stuck in our homes all the time. We have, things to do. We have people to see, people to be around. There's always something going on. Like, I live a full life. And, he just shared, like, he's single, but he's not alone. He has a purpose. He has people in his life that count on him still, that need him, that appreciate him, that value him. what he brings into their lives. And most importantly, he has peace. And I was like, yep. I was like, I have peace too. I don't have to worry about, somebody's dusty son, not treating me right, not respecting me, not loving me how I deserve to be loved, how Christ calls us to love one another. And I don't mean to say the dusty part, but you know how when we talk, guys, we try to be funny and we were like, yes, this dusty person, this dusty this, that's so dusty. But yeah, I don't got to worry about somebody's dusty son not treating me right, making me feel insecure and unappreciated. I have peace in my life. I have stability. And, more than my kids need a mother and father in the home, most importantly, they need a mother that is whole, that is stable, that is healthy, that provides a healthy environment for them to grow. A mother that is able to demonstrate what real love is, how Christ calls us to love one another. And, because I don't have, all these other things distracting me, I'm able to fully be that for them because of my relationship with God, because of reading his word and applying it to my life, because of obeying it. I'm able to be that example of a healthy and loving mom, give them a healthy and loving and stable and peaceful home, for them to thrive, for them to grow, for me to grow as well. It's not, it's not only them benefiting, but I'm benefiting as well. God put me in he has me right where he needs me. I see now that I needed to go through this because this is the situation that has drawn me closer to God. This is the situation that has allowed me to grow the most, to mature, to be responsible, to experience things on my own without having to be codependent on whether or not a man loves me or is treating me right or is doing right by me. I'm able to just see that all I need is God. He's the one that's providing me with everything that I need. He's the one that, it has put me in the situation to allow me to see that all I really need is him and rely on him. And if other people are in our lives, that's just in addition to add to love, to happiness. But that's not where my love and happiness should come from. It should come, and my security as well, it should come from my relationship with God. And that is what he has been allowing me to see. And so that so now in the future, if that's what he has for me, if marriage is what he has for me, I'll be able to understand that my love, my happiness, my joy, my peace, it does not come from being with another person. It comes from having a true and deep relationship with God. And so that's all I want to share for right now. I got to get this day started. I got to spend time with my maternal grandmother yesterday. She came down from Rhode Island. And then today is my paternal grandmother's birthday. So although I don't really like to go out on Sundays, especially when I have to work the next day, but because it's my paternal grandmother's birthday, I want to be present, show her my love. I don't get to see her all the time. I don't know how much time neither of us have left on this earth. So I want to be present for her birthday, show her some love, give her a hug, tell her happy birthday, I love you, I'm grateful to have you in my life. And so that is what we're doing today. So guys, I hope this video was encouraging. I love you, but most importantly, God loves you. Peace.